Hello, my name's Amanda. I'm a women's empowerment and business coach. Guys, for the love of freaking God, Jesus, the universe, Mary Magdalene, whoever you believe in, stop shitting on yourself. Stop it. It does no good. It does not make you feel good. It does not do anything but harm your business. When you're launching your business in the beginning, it is a trial and error lifestyle. You will do so many things that you will throw out into the universe and they will flop fucking hardcore on their face. You will throw out things that are triumphs. It is literally a process of learning. This is the time to really figure out what your audience needs, what resonates with your audience, what you have time for, what you're willing to do, how you want to go there. It's a learning process. You cannot let yourself get beat down every time something doesn't work. You can't allow a failure to detour, whatever, you from the path that you are going. You cannot let this obstacle stop you. You cannot do it. It is not going to help your business. It's going to harm it. It's not going to help your mental state. It's going to harm it. You cannot keep shitting on yourself when things don't go right. Guess what? It's a learning process. It's gonna take some time. And you all see me and you all see the success that I've had and know that this success didn't just come out of nowhere. I spent a fucking year, 2018, throwing spaghetti at a wall and failing. Every time I threw spaghetti against the wall, that fucking shit wouldn't stick. I'd go to Costco, I'd buy the fucking big ass, whatever, Bertelli or whatever it is, pasta. I'd cook it, I'd throw it against the wall, and that shit would never fucking stick. It would fall and slide down the wall. I'd be like, fuck you, pasta. Why aren't you sticking? I would get so frustrated. And in these times of frustration, in these times of like, shitting all over myself, I didn't realize the valuable lessons I was learning during this time. If I could get into a time machine and go back a year, I would tell myself, chill the fuck out. Chill out. This is all going to be okay. It's a learning process. I would tell myself to give you some grace. Give yourself some grace, people. Give yourself some grace. You cannot sit here and constantly shit on yourself. You cannot sit here and beat yourself up when things don't work out, because not everything will work out. It won't. I'm sorry if you think that you're going to go up there and you're going to have instant success the second you step into the realm. It probably won't happen. It just won't. You're gonna need time to build your audience. You're gonna need to figure out if your audience is your audience. If you are trying things and you are not getting engagement, if you are posting posts and you're not getting engagement, if you are launching courses and no one's buying, your audience is not figured out, and you need to figure it out. You need to figure out who your ideal client avatar is, and you need to dig deeper. Know that sometimes you just don't have the right audience when you launch things. Sometimes it takes a while for your audience to build, and you cannot sit here and compare yourself to anybody around you, whether they're at the same level as you, whether they're 19 levels ahead of you. You are your own person. You're learning your own lessons, because this is exactly what it is. It's a learning process. It's not an instant success process. It's not an instant gratification process. It's a learning process. I took a year to learn how to get fucking here. I didn't just pop out onto the scene being like, bitches, this is me. No, I spent a year behind the scenes figuring out what works, figuring out what doesn't work, totally and utterly revamping my brand, revamping my fucking audience. It took a year of failures, of bashing my head against the wall, of beating myself up to get to this point. So know that it's going to take a little bit of time, people. You can't sit here and compare yourself to me and my success. We're two different people. We have two different audiences. We have two different lives. We have two different visions. We have two different struggles. We are not the same. And that's not a bad thing. That's a fucking amazing thing. Stop comparing yourself to other people. And if I swear to God, I hear one more person say, oh, well, so-and-so is doing so much better. Well, so-and-so is a completely different person than you. Just because they're selling products, you have no idea what's going on behind there. You have no idea if they're discounting it. You have no idea if they're knocking prices down just to get people in. You have no idea what's going on in their business. Stop focusing on their business and focus on your own. Your own business is the only thing that matters when you're growing. Stop looking at everyone else. Pop the comparinitis bubble. Pop that bitch. Pop it. You cannot live in it. It's going to make you miserable. Everything is a learning process right now. So accept the learning process. Give yourself some grace. Take the time to learn. Every single time you throw spaghetti against the wall, every time you fail, every time you just fucking flop so hard on your face that you look like fucking Sloth off the Goonies, every single time you have one of these moments, stop. I have something in my teeth. Stop and just realize this is a fucking lesson. You're learning something about yourself. And yes, this course, this product, this launch may be a complete and utter fucking failure, but you learned so much in this failure, but you're ignoring that completely, right? Because you're throwing yourself a pity party and oh my God, I was the queen bitch of pity parties. I get it. But you're not seeing the value that you're learning every single time you fail. You're not seeing all of the gold that comes out of every single time you fail. You're just focusing on all of the negative shit. Never gonna reach success if you can't get out of failure. You will fail 6,432 times before you ever hit a success. You will fail for a year before you're ever successful. You never fucking know. Some people it takes longer, sometimes it takes shorter. But you can't sit here and just shit on yourself. From someone who literally just beat herself up to the point where I was crying all of the time. I felt like I was a fucking failure. I felt like I was never going to achieve anything. I felt like I was a loser. I felt like I was pathetic. I felt like I was 32 years old and I was where I was when I was 22 years old. I felt all of these emotions. I hated myself. I was angry at myself. I sat there and said to myself, how the fuck did I get here? But in that year, I learned so much about me, about my character, about my emotional intelligence, about my maturity, about how I handle things, about my business, how I run a business, how I don't want to run a business. In that year of just shit sandwiches left and right, I grew more than I had in the 10 years before. I grew so much. And if I had just taken 5 fucking seconds out of my pity party and realized all of the potential that I was achieving during these failures, it would have been better. It would have been easier. It would have given me the mentality, the strength, the courage to keep on going. And I'm telling you now, if I didn't fail then, I wouldn't be here having the success I have now. So stop looking at my success and saying, oh my God, well, Amanda made fucking 6 figures in 3 months. You have the same exact fucking potential. There is nothing, I'm not a fucking anomaly. Like, I'm not this like fucking alien that came down from this planet. It is possible, but sometimes it takes trial and error. Sometimes it takes falling on your face so much that you literally cannot walk up and be like, you don't know your ass from your face. Like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know which direction is up. You don't know which direction is down. Sometimes it takes these big, massive, epic fucking failures to make you the person you need to be in order to achieve success. Let me tell you this. If you can't handle failures, you cannot handle success. And people are like, oh, bitch, no, she didn't. No, I did. If you cannot handle failing, you will not be able to handle succeeding. Because if you think failing is bad, if you think failing is scary, imagine what succeeding feels like. Succeeding feels like getting your fucking ass like whiplashed 6 ways to Tuesday. Being successful is the most emotionally draining, exhausting, exhilarating everything in the entire world in one fucking little bubble, experiencing it all of the time. That is what succeeding is. So if you are literally shitting on yourself when you're failing, girl, you will not succeed. You will not, because you will not be able to handle success in the universe. And God, they will not give you something that you cannot handle. They will not give you something that you are not prepared for. So if you are sitting here and you are sitting throwing your pity party and being like, I fucking suck, I'm miserable, I fucked it up, I shouldn't have done this, stop. It'll all work out in the end, I promise you. But if all you do is sit and shit on yourself, you're not learning. You need to learn. Business is about learning. Business is about growth. How do you grow? You fail. There is no growth without failure. It's not. There's just not. And if you think that you can lead a life of success without failing, you are dead ass wrong. You are dead ass wrong. And you need to realize that every time you fail, it's a small stepping stone towards your future. Every single time you fail, it is a fucking mountain top closer to heaven, to your dreams, to your vision, to your reality. Like, you're one step closer every single fucking time you fail. So stop, take a deep breath. Realize this is all going to happen for you if you let it happen for you. But if you get debilitated by failure, it will not happen for you. I'm sorry, you can unfriend me, you can block me, you can call me a bitch, you can call me whatever you want, but it will not happen if you don't learn how to take failure with grace, if you don't learn to take failure with a smile, if you don't learn to take failure and go with it instead of back down and play small. It's not easy. I cry when I fail. I throw temper tantrums, but I get the fuck back up and I keep on moving. You have got to do the same. Know that you are learning so much in these little moments where you feel like you can't move, where you feel like you can't breathe, where you feel like everything is just terrible. You are learning and growing so much in that little itty bitty frame of a moment than you have in the last year. So stop rushing the moment. Stop always wishing for success. It'll come to you when you're ready. And if you keep treating failure like it's the end of the world, you are not ready for success and it will not come to you. Remember and trust in the universe and God, whoever you believe. Trust that they've got your back. Trust that they're doing this for a reason. They're doing this for you, not against you. Trust that everything's going to be okay. Have faith. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in them. Have faith in your abilities, and you will prosper. I promise you this, but only when you stop shitting on yourself and you start giving yourself some grace, some love, some strength, some power. I love you so much. That was a lot of energy. I'm probably going to need a nap right now. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like what you saw, go right ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to head over to iTunes and check out my podcast, Fierce as Fuck. Thank you so much, and go grab today by the balls and make it your bitch.